Good evening. This is Akashvani Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Nagaland Legislative Assembly unanimously adopts resolution for exemption from Uniform Civil Code. Nagaland Municipal Bill 2023 referred to Select Committee to further study the bill. Nagaland Government to put on hold execution of IGGL gas pipeline in the state, to set up high-level committee to examine the project. And State Horticulture Department to launch Horticulture Model Villages in each district. Now the news in detail. The 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly today unanimously adopted a resolution for exemption from the proposed enactment of Uniform Civil Code UCC and its application to the state of Nagaland. The resolution was moved by Leader of the House, Chief Minister Nipurio. The resolution stated that the apparent objective of the UCC is to have a single law on personal matters such as marriage and divorce, custody and guardianship, adoption and maintenance, succession and inheritance, pose a threat to the Naga customary laws, social practices and the religious practices. The resolution also stated that the state government, through a cabinet decision, had submitted its views to the 22nd Law Commission on 4th July 2023, conveying its opposition to UCC on grounds of the unique history of Nagaland and the constitutional guarantees given under Article 371A. The resolution said representatives of various tribal hohos and organizations have expressed a strong resentment and objection to the idea of having a uniform civil code. Further, the resolution said that Article 371A of the Constitution of India gives protection to the religious and social practices of the Nagas and their customary law and ownership and transfer of land and its resources. Nagaland Municipal Bill 2023 has been referred to the Select Committee to further study the bill. The bill, introduced today by Chief Minister Rio, was passed by voice vote. Rio then moved for referring the bill to Assembly Select Committee, which will be constituted by the Assembly Speaker. Earlier, participating on the discussion on urban local bodies elections, Rio said the new bill will suitably address all the concerns of the people. Rio said that government is encouraged to place the bill for consideration after the support exhibited by all stakeholders at a recent consultative meeting and as decided in the cabinet meeting on 8 September 2023. He informed the House that provisions in regard to taxes on land and buildings and properties have not been kept in the new Nagaland Municipal Bill 2023. The Chief Minister said many provisions that were in the earlier Act and were entirely non-contentious in any manner are being retained in the new bill. Rio said for the last 22 years, state government was trying its best, so the Government of India and the court should also appreciate the efforts of the state government. First-time women legislators of Nagaland, Salhodonio Kruse and Hekani Jakalu Kense, today made the maiden speeches at the ongoing session of the 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly. Participating in the discussion on 33% women reservation in urban local bodies elections, Women Resource Development and Horticulture Minister Salhodonio Kruse credited the central leaders for framing the policy of 33% women reservation. She thanked the Naga women leaders under the aegis of Naga Mothers Association for heralding the implementation of the women reservation in the state. Kruse further appreciated the Naga menfolk, especially the legislators, for agreeing that women should be included in decision-making for progress. Appreciating the women organizations for never giving up on the issue, advisor Hekani Jakalu Kense described the 2 decades-old fight as strenuous, tedious and stressful for the entire state. She also thanked the civil society organizations, tribal leaders and the government led by the Chief Minister for bringing consensus through the consultative meeting. Kense said customary laws, as understood, is not codified and not uniform laws. She said customary laws are fluid, flexible and our forefathers throughout the years adapted to times. Accordingly, the advisor said not giving right to women in the decision-making body is against universal human rights and against equality. She further said that if Naga women were never allowed to take part in the customary institution of decision-making, then this alone is a sufficient reason to give reservation. Kensei said that despite women advancing in many unrestricted fields, women participation in decision-making body was perpetually denied, and hence reservation is the only reasonable means to help the women to participate as of today. This news comes to you from Akashvani, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News On Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Chief Minister Nipirio today said that the state government will put on hold the operation of the ongoing execution of the gas pipeline carried out by Intra-Dhanush Gas Grid Limited IGGL that is passing through the state government-owned Merapani seed farm via Dimapur to Kohima and beyond. Responding to a supplementary question raised by MLA Achambemo Kikon on the issuing of no objection certificate to the Intra-Dhanush Gas Grid Limited for executing the gas pipeline passing through state government-owned Merapani seed farm by the border magistrate Merapani on 15 January 2023, Rio suggested for formation of a high-level committee headed by Chief Secretary and will include technical experts and senior officials to look into the details of the IGGL project in Nagaland. Rio said the high-level committee should go into details of the matter and give its report within the time frame so that the state government can discuss thoroughly on their findings. State Horticulture Department is launching the Horticulture Model Villages from this year by selecting a village in each district with a name to equally take horticulture development programs to all districts of the state to enhance and maximize their potential. In a social media post, Minister for Women Resource Development and Horticulture, Salvador Cruz, said the core objective for developing these villages is to set them as exemplary models of sustainable development achieved through strategic, systematic, and participatory interventions under the Mission Integrated Development of Horticulture program. On the second day of the ongoing Assembly session, the House today passed three bills, namely the Nagaland Motor Vehicles Tax Amendment Bill 2023, the Passengers and Goods Taxation Amendment Bill 2023, and Northeast Christian University Second Amendment Bill 2023. These bills were introduced in the House yesterday. Meanwhile, another three bills were introduced today. Chief Minister Nipirio introduced the Nagaland Municipal Bill 2023 and the Nagaland Goods and Services Tax 7th Amendment Bill 2023, while Health Minister P. Baiwang introduced the Nagaland Anatomy Bill 2023. Speaker Sharingan Longame informed the House that consideration and passing of the three bills will be taken up on Thursday. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Button said no illegal immigrants have been identified, arrested or deported. Replying to a start question raised by MLA Kuzolozo Nino on inner-line permit, registration and illegal immigrants on the first day of the ongoing Assembly session, Button said Nagaland does not have a separate detention and deporting policy but follows the Home Affairs Ministry's guidelines for identification and deportation. He said a total of 6,899 new ILPs have been issued since the start of this year, while 13,782 ILPs have been renewed and 10,507 ILPs issued to tourists. The minister said permits are issued only after verifying credentials of applicants. Button added district administration and police carry out regular checking for detection of any foreigners violating provisions and actions is taken against default. And now it's when the news. Here are the main points again. Nagaland Legislative Assembly unanimously adopts resolution for exemption from Uniform Civil Code. Nagaland Municipal Bill 2023 referred to Select Committee to further study the bill. Nagaland Government to put on hold execution of IGGL gas pipeline in the state, to set up high-level committee to examine the project. and State Horticulture Department to launch Horticulture Model Villages in each district. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.